Over 5 years, ending in 2018 or 2019, this part of Burbank will be transformed. It's an infrastructure project that stretches over 2 miles.
We have about a half a dozen projects going on right now between the 134 and the Kern County line. Of all those projects, this is the biggest and most complex. It's about $355 million, so this is getting a lot of our attention right now.
It's probably one of the biggest projects, infrastructure projects that's been built in Burbank probably in the last 30 or 40 years, or probably since the freeway's been built. The Caltrans is completely reconstructing the freeway throughout the entire city.
The $355 million for the Caltrans I-5 Empire project comes from federal, state, and local sources, and is a multi-partner effort.
Like with the district, we have to design this all out.
It's Caltrans, it's Metro, it's the County of Los Angeles, it's the City of Burbank. Most importantly, it's the residents who live here and the motorists who use I-5 and the city streets every single day.
The Caltrans I-5 Empire project is a series of improvements to I-5 in Burbank between Magnolia Boulevard and Buena Vista Street. It includes carpool lanes, elevated railroad tracks, reconfigured ramps, a new interchange at Empire Avenue, and the widening of the Burbank Boulevard Bridge. They will also build a new undercrossing that connects the existing Empire Avenue, that now dead ends at the railroad tracks, with San Fernando Boulevard on the other side, which will create a new east-west link across the city of Burbank.
It's all at a grade level, and there's a lot of traffic. You have railroad crossing there. What's the best thing to do? Well, the best thing to do is separate grade in such a way that the Empire will go under the bridge that we're going to build, and all the railroad is going to be put on a bridge. It's going to span over the Empire, so Empire traffic can go uninterruptedly crossing the railroad traffic, but from underneath. Great idea. Sounds like a simple concept, but not a very simple thing to do in reality.
To create 2 miles of elevated railroad tracks here, they first need temporary street-level tracks to clear the way for the elevated replacement tracks. The temporary tracks will be in place this summer. The final elevated tracks will be completed 3 years after that.
Traffic has been modified in that area, and traffic control plans have been put in place to direct motorists through that area. The streets around the Empire Center have seen a lot of work, mostly underground, as several utilities in the area have been rerouted and undergrounded to make way for the new Empire interchange. Later this year, Caltrans will begin actually digging out for the new interchange, where they will be excavating around the Empire Center to begin depressing the roadway to carry the new street under the new Empire interchange.
You might remember, if you drive in this area, one of the first steps in the Caltrans I-5 Empire project was the May 2014 permanent closure of San Fernando Boulevard. This is what it looks like now as they prepare it for the new Empire interchange.
Well, the goal is to really improve traffic circulation throughout the city, to make it easier to connect from the I-5 freeway to the Empire Center and the airport area, to enhance pedestrian and transit connections across Interstate 5 in this area, as well as to improve safety by removing an at-grade crossing, railroad crossing, making it safer for travel for trains and motorists.
Vladimir Gerfinkel works for the state as the resident engineer on the project, and he's in charge of the Caltrans Division of Construction Field Office in Burbank.
This specific location called Buena Vista, this is Buena Vista widening. You have bridge widening behind me right there. You could see that we build a wall. This is going to be filled. You're going to have columns, and you're going to have a bridge going that's going to be pretty big piece of widening right there going through this area. Right? Actually, where we're standing now, above us, we're going to see the freeway.
This is where something called pile driving is taking place over several weeks in January and February. Pile driving is very loud, but Gerfinkel says meticulous planning has reduced that annoyance, and as of the first week in February, the pile driving was ahead of schedule and 75% complete.
Columns are supported by huge, big pad foundations, and those pad foundations are supported by the piles, by the steel piles in this case. The name of that footing is a pile cap, and from that pile cap you're going to see a column, that the one that's above the ground, the column will be protruding above the ground, just like these columns, and they will be supporting the bridge.
The overall project is about a quarter of the way through, with a very long way to go. The Caltrans Public Information Officer for the area hopes the project continues to progress on schedule and incident-free.
We have people working on the road every night, every day. Working in road construction is one of the most dangerous jobs in the nation. So we would just ask people to please be work zone alert and slow for the cone zone. Give them a break when you see them out there. We want to make sure they go home to their families when their shift is over.
For more information on the Caltrans I-5 Empire project, visit i5info.com or go to the homepage of the City of Burbank website at burbankca.gov and click on Freeway Construction. This has been Peter Musurlian with the Burbank On Demand cover story.